You know what?
Should be going now.
I feel like you guys can roll with it, whatever how you like it.
There you go. You're back. Looks like
Yeah.
you're right. Oh.
What?
Yeah. What?
Oh.
What?
No, you're fine.
Huh?
Fine. It just
We're
buffered
back.
on me.
Buffer.
Alright. So
What's that?
I don't
I'm
remember
back.
if Faint missed this at the end last night, but there is a little like, kind of around here. There was a door on the side that like one of the
Yeah, they went out
dudes
that
went
way.
Yeah, and you guys went up and investigated, and there's like a, quite frankly, rat's nest like up here in the rafters where it looks like they all kind of like slept and like had living quarters and stuff. And there's a big window up here that is open, and it looks like the one that escaped had like fled through there.
Okay.
I'm part ranger now.
Hey.
Do you guys think
Should
it'll be back?
we diddly darn track this guy, or?
I don't think he's doing too much harm.
We've been talking
We
here
can
for
pip.
a while.
Do you
so-
think he'll be back?
Yeah.
What specifically
True.
was our assignment here?
There were
To
huge.
clear the infestation.
Yeah.
Alright, problem solved.
Yeah, they're
We
like,
didn't. Kanaga's like, we didn't clear it. You wanted to adopt 2 of them, so technically we didn't do our job.
We're taking them out.
Clear it doesn't mean exterminate. Clear it means remove, right? So
Yeah.
it's fine. These 2 are removed friendly.
If you just
In a
yell
friendly
clear
way.
loud enough, it's cleared.
yeah, Pip and Squeak are like, we didn't really know him too well. Like, my guess is he might try and like come back at some point, but only to like
The new crime lord.
maybe get some of his stuff he left up in the nest if he left anything there. Like, I don't know. If I were him, I wouldn't come back.
I guess
Yeah.
I'll just kind of shove everything out the open window.
If it's
Kind of
yours,
pile
take
of
it.
like straw and like random tattered clothes and rags and like a few coins and a few like stone like.
I mean, don't toss the
knickknacks and stuff
coins
to
out.
kind of- They're like coppers.
Bro,
Oh.
Finn, what are you doing?
Toss the
good-
coins
You're
out.
throwing the stuff out like
I'm
that rat just
clearing-
broke up with you. What is this?
Clearing the
I-
warehouse.
What is this?
I had a friend that used to throw away pennies because they were too inefficient of a form of currency, and we would like leave pennies around his desk, and instead of saving them, he would always just throw them away.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Somebody will find use for them, and that somebody is Carolonius.
All
You're a
right.
catapult, so.
I'm gonna tell Pip and Squeak. So you guys, you both got jobs now. But when you're working, you can't be in your rat forms.
Wait, is their job to pip and squeak?
Can we get full moons off then?
Is Morning dead now too? Oh, is Blue dead too? No, Blue's
What?
blinking.
No, Blue. No, I thought Blue died too
Everything,
at the
everything
same
died
time.
for a second.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, welcome back to DnD, the most scuffed thing you'll ever see in your life.
What is this?
What's
An
more
NA
stuff, Might
scrim?
Scrims or this?
God.
Content.
Yeah. So,
Come
Scarlet, they ask if they can have full moons off then.
Oh,
The way that I don't know what that is.
A full moon is when the moon is
Oh,
really
can I have
big
the
in the
full moon
skies that
off?
I've been
Gosh, I
told.
thought you were saying that as like one word, and I'm like, is this some kind of business term? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full moons off.
yeah, full
Yeah.
moon's off, sure. Yeah, for sure.
And Kanaga's like, which full moon? Which one?
The big moon. I forget if I named them or not, but the big moon is the only one that is ever really bright enough for like a full moon to like cast any light or do anything. The other moon,
Oh, interesting.
a lot of times, is like super faint and is not as luminescent as the first one. It is both smaller in physical size and further away than the primary moon.
Cool.
So do we have to lock you up when you change, or are you gonna run amok?
No, we have control over it. It took us a while to learn how to control it, but we're not gonna like run amok and cause a problem. It's just we can't be in our fully human forms on the full moon, so we can either be in our hybrid form or our rat form, but we can't be human form during the full moon. But we won't go crazy and like bite people or anything.
Sounds good, Pippin Squeak.
Unless they bite us first, then we'll bite back.
Wait, we're just calling them Pip and Squeak. Do you guys have real names, or do
I
you
was just about to ask that. Do you have names?
Faint immediately starts shushing them. Shh.
I mean, I like the names Pip and Squeak. I like them a lot. However,
They're like, we like them too. It's fine. You can call us whatever.
AKA Ag is like, don't make me get a name generator,
Generate another
guys.
name.
Don't make me
So what
generate
are your
two
guys' names?
No, it's
These
Pippin
random
Squeak. It's always
dogs
been
that were meant
Pippin
to be
Squeak.
slaughtered now have names. Be glad they're not dead.
Let people have their code names.
I'm glad you don't do that to real animals in real life, because that would be just weird. Hey, what's up, stray dog? Come into my house. What's up, stray rat? Come into my house. What's up,
Wait, are you not
stray
supposed to do that?
Are you not supposed to do that?
That's literally how one of my friends got her cat.
Yeah.
No,
but how
like,
else would I get a possum?
I have a friend who got a cat and named it Asshole, and it's a stray cat that comes around, and it's A-hole cat. It's just the name.
Oh, yeah, but like our group wants to adopt
No,
everything.
wait, don't shut down. I have a fucking script. What the fuck? Windows? I swear to God. God damn it.
Why does everybody have technological problems today?
What the hell?
Hey, I'm doing fine.
Why is 7:47 the right time to shut down my laptop?
It's cause that's
I
not
don't
when your
understand.
Working hours, not your working hours. Duh.
It is. The working hours are set from like 8 a.m. to like 1 a.m.
I know it's it's like, yeah, but it's like after 5, right?
What the
Yeah,
hell?
but you see, Dolphin, if it adhered to that, it wouldn't have violently inconvenienced you.
No, yeah. See, unless
really
they want
wants you to see
unless they notify you it was gonna restart in an hour because of an update, then
God.
that's probably what happened.
It probably did. I was working at 6:30, and it didn't say anything. So lies.
Just because
I
you
like
couldn't,
I like the finger point.
just 'cause you
The
couldn't see it
emphasis.
doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Oh fuck.
You gotta believe it, see it.
God
Do
damn
you
it.
though? Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Believing is seeing.
Oh,
Well,
right.
rip all the
Some
people
of
that
the
are
working?
religious, man.
Fuck.
So,
Jesus.
the goal is to like find evidence that you had cleared out the infestation and that it was safe to enter the warehouse again was the ultimate mission, and you needed to take it back to the warehouse owner, who lives kind of like between here and the market district, if I recall correctly.
Can we have Krug drag one of the spider carcasses, or
Or one of the dead dogs.
No. Why don't we just bring these two, let them confess what they did to him, and then we just go away?
No, I don't want them to get arrested.
They
Sounds
won't
like a
get
terrible
arrested.
They probably will.
No, they won't, bro.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
they get looking really nervous and they're like, I thought you guys were gonna like protect us because we
We
surrendered.
are.
I go over to Pip and Squeak and I say, "We're going back to the shield. You guys can talk to the guy and say we got rid of the infestation, so we're going back to the shield. Come on, Pip and Squeak."
And rather them tell him
You're
so
not-
we get more money out of him,
No.
because it was a tougher job than it needed to be.
Krug, just bring the bodies and then they see.
exactly?
Agreed.
No.
And
paid
there-
for
Too
one
late,
thing.
Krug already doing
We
it.
haven't paid yet.
Yeah.
Out the hole in the
There
wall.
are a couple like big spider corpses.
Oh look, you found one, Craig.
Nah. That's the
He already
fake
knows the-
spider. Krug already tried it.
What did it taste like, Krug?
Fake! And the lies!
Probably tastes a little bit like crab, I would imagine.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Raw crab. Ooh.
What did you
Yeah.
just say? I don't think we can be friends anymore, guys.
What? You don't think
Raw-
a phase spider would taste like king crab?
Have you
Raw
had
crab
raw
has-
crab?
Yes.
Yeah, not cooked crab. Raw crab.
Raw crab. Yes. Yes.
You've seen Castaway, right? When he doesn't cook the crab and he like cracks it open and just all the stuff just seeps out.
Tamale.
Yes. Yes.
It's soup. It is not like.
Bro, hey.
You know
So
the
good.
crab you eat on sushi is cooked, right?
Yes, I know. I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm aware. I know
You
the
gotta let it
difference.
warm up.
I know the difference. I didn't know cooked crab was a thing until I was a little bit older because raw crab was one of those things I liked before. It's funny.
I'm really confused.
Same here.
No, cause okay, one of my uncles from.
Yes, when I type in raw crab picture, it shows me a crab that's alive.
No, yeah, no,
I don't know what I expected on that one.
no. One time, one of my uncles from the islands came over, right? And then we went to a pier and we were fishing and stuff. And then we caught like a crab. And he's like, yo, and he's like, here, eat it. He like broke off a leg and like the stuff came out. He's like, here, just suck the stuff. It's good. And I ate it. I'm like, oh, it's good. It's great. So we used to just do that. And then my mom was like, here, eat crab. I'm like, what is this? It's not crab. She's like, it's cooked. I'm like,
Is that when you like cook a carrot, you're like, what is this? And they're just like, it's a carrot, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
yeah. I was like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
this is what cooked crab looks like. I'm like, I like both of them.
Why
It's
screaming?
not. I'm like, okay, they both taste good.
Good
I don't see any
times.
difference.
Good times.
Still crab, dog. It's like the difference between like raw fish and cooked fish. I can eat both. It's great.
Oh, I'm a little sad that isn't a GIF.
Oh, underwater screaming.
Hey, Disney. You know, there's a lot of weird things in the world. People eat a lot of weird stuff. Don't question it.
Okay.
More for them, less for me, but it's fine.
And you know, some of those people in those specific biomes have adapted to be able to eat those foods, and we have not.
Well, if you're introduced to it at a young age and you eat it, and you really haven't gotten sick from it, then you're fine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And that's
Never-
specifically why I said adapted, not evolved.
Never too late to try it.
Fuck.
That is. I've been to Mexico. That's false.
Okay, first of all, that was your mistake for eating stuff from the street vendors in Mexico.
No, it was. Apparently, they gave me some ice water that was like tap ice.
Oh, or drinking the water there too. That was a mistake as well.
But he didn't
Yeah,
mean
like
to.
they gave me bottled water, but it was poured over ice that was not filtered ice, and so that's how I got sick.
Yeah, that's what we did in China. Was every time we had ice, it just dumped it out because, like,
We're not playing with that stuff. Nuh-uh.
yeah, no,
No.
you drink out of a bottle or, like, that's it.
Fair enough. Anyways, so, what doing now? And are you like taking one of the face spider corpses to like
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
throw in front of the guy's house and be like, cleared him out for you?
Yeah, Krug's gonna grab one spider leg, and are the hellhounds still like corpsey, or do
Yeah.
they like poof? Okay.
I think a couple of them sort of poofed. That has more to do with faint than them dying.
Okay. Well, if there is a body,
Oh, did I kill some with my spear?
I think
That-
you did.
Canuck also like
Krug can.
eight palmed them too.
Did I have any thoughts about the fact that they were there?
I seem to recall you being like, "Oh, I kind of feel bad about this," as then you like killed him with your spear.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't
Well, I
I Jaegering you that one? And I just
Yes. Yeah.
was
that
reading
what I was-
stats and like, this is
Yeah,
good.
No, yeah. I remember. I remember
That wasn't
I remember that fight. You know why I remember that fight? Because up until then, he wasn't missing. Until he ran into the Hellhounds, he started missing every freaking thing in the world. I was like, bro, I only can take so much damage, bro. What I'm a big
sort of
ape.
did fuck me.
That was the character having second thoughts about killing hellhounds because he likes them because they're adorable, loyal puppers.
Well, whatever. Krug takes a leg of one of the spiders and one of the hellhounds, and he starts dragging them.
Krung's like, guys, this is how we don't get paid. This is how we traumatize them.
Alright, so
Whatever
you-
body parts may scrape off along the way, Krug is not gonna notice.
so Krug kind of has like this spider on their back and like is dragging like one of the hellhounds along. It's kind of like still smoldering and like bits of smolder are kind of like falling off of it a little bit. As you're kind of dragging it through the streets and.
Do you need help with that?
Krug good!
Okay, good, because I wasn't gonna help. It just.
No, you needed it.
How polite of you.
I was gonna offer up other people a service.
We can go back here now since we're back in the city. So you drag it along. You definitely get like a few weird looks, but you know at this point, it's pretty clear that you guys are like some sort of adventuring party, and people are just kind of like whatever. And you head to the the guy's house, knock on the door, I assume?
Well,
Mhm.
Krug's hands are a little. Oh, wait. Other people came with. Okay, then yes.
Yeah.
Alright, so you knock on the door, and he answers and he's like, hello, can I? What the fuck? And just kind of like stares at you with this like flaming hell dog thing and this like half of a spider that's like bleeding and has like entrails kind of like trailing down the road. And he's like, is that what was in my warehouse?
Some of it.
It says right here in the contract that you wanted evidence.
He would know.
Indeed I did. This would appear to be sufficient evidence. So is it safe to return then? Can I bring my workers back?
Hold
You
on.
might want a cleanup crew first, but
Hold
yeah.
on. Why were these
Lord.
things even in your warehouse? What were you doing?
I don't know. I primarily deal in grain and like wheat and stuff from the farms up north, and I help ship them off to the sea. I'm basically a grain broker.
Well, there was some kind of miscommunication in the shipment.
For some reason, I don't think that was the reason, but thanks.
That was still one of the smartest things Craig has said.
Krug is like, Krug knew all those words. What?
Craig's getting better at conning.
Miscommunication's a long word, man.
And then Canuck is like, okay, whatever. Second of all, how did you let it get this bad? There were so many.
Bruh, there were so many. It's probably been a couple weeks since I've been in there. There were just a few, and they were terrorizing our workers, so we left. And every time someone tried to go in, they just fled. You guys are the first people that actually like apparently cleared it out. So thank you. And yeah, my workers, warehouse workers, can help clean up the rest. Is it pretty much stuff like this and just be washed down? Are all the stores okay? Like,
There's a
They-
little bit of collateral damage, but
Whoa.
I think it'll be okay.
Well, they used
Nothing is on fire.
Yes,
That's
yes.
good.
They used a couple of your storage containers as a booby trap, so some of it might be
Booby.
broken.
well, it's better than everything missing. So, at least that's good to hear, and at least it's cleaned out. Also, I've sufficiently seen the evidence, and I will vouch to the Adventurers Guild on your behalf. You really don't need to leave those here. You can take them
Is-
with you
is-
if you would like. Please.
Krug has no need for fake spiders, and he just dumps everything.
As Craig says that, Canuck is like, yeah, nothing's on fire because the person that wields fire ran out the warehouse.
I was investigating you.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "Were you blue before?"
Yes, she was. For the matter of fact, yes, she was. Just spell. The spell wore off.
I'm
Okay.
always blue. The
Wait,
world
why
is
is
blue.
being blue so weird?
I just didn't remember you being blue before. Not a lot of dwarves are blue.
I'll just turn into the same thing but pink. Like, why is it so weird to be a different color?
And he just kind of looks speechless, and he's just like, you know what, y'all do you. Hang on just a second, and
This is weird. It's too bright.
he closes the door, and you can like kind of hear a lock, and you hear him step away for a second, and then he comes back, and he's holding a huge sack of coins. He goes, "All right, 1,000 gold. Here's your payment in full. Thank you for clearing out my warehouse for me."
Carl takes it and will double check, take a quick peek in the bag. And do we need to do an investigation check or something just to kind of check that everything looks alright in there?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check.
1, 2,
I swear.
3.
Hey.
10.
10.
Looks about right. There's a mix of platinum and gold in there that you think is probably totals about 1,000 on a quick glance.
Cool. Alright, Carl says, pleasure doing business. We'll see you later. And then starts running away before he's like, hey, come pick these things up.
I
He's
just
like, wait, clean that up. Oh, Carl kind of like.
Faint just stands there while they run away and just goes.
No, yeah,
No.
Carl, like, Kanaka, like, you guys don't run that fast. Like, where do you go?
He just slowly.
Just little.
Carl doesn't run past it
Carl
all.
Carl was like booking it, and then Carl just barely got around the corner. Like after like 2 minutes, you're like, Carl, where do you go?
Dude, dwarves are
We can
sprinters.
still see you!
It goes up very fast over short distances.
Kanaka's like, why are you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? I'm not picking those things up.
I don't think it was expected of you.
I should hope not.
He just kind of looks and he's like, I guess I'll call the city guard and have them clean this up. And just kind of like mutters to himself and goes back inside and shuts to the door. And you hear several locks.
Carl's heading back to the shield.
Kanaka looks at Fane. Should we kick down his door to see how many locks he has?
What, just to count his locks? You want to break his door to count his locks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Nah. Kanaka thinks about it. He's like, nah, too much work. I need to go heal myself from this stupid infestation. Dumb rat.
I think the rat's getting into his brain.
Yep, that's the problem.
Could be. So at least Carl is heading back to the Emerald Shield. Scarlet is there now with Pip and Squeak. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm giving them a tour. Right now we're in the kitchen, and I'm like, and this is where we keep the bread. And this is where we keep the eggs. And it's just
They're like,
tour.
Make an insight check.
An insight? Oh god.
Either insight or perception. Either or.
Insight or perception? Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's go insight. 19.
You kind of look around and you notice they look very hungry, and you think Pip actually may have like snuck like a quick bite of bread and like ate it real quick.
I think Scarlet just kind of chuckles. Is like, if you're hungry, you can just ask for some food. You don't have to sneak some. And she'll start cutting bread for them and make them toast.
Oh.
So like you could ask.
Yeah.
They seem kind of like shocked and a little wary, but like you make the toast and they kind of like nibble on it happily and seem very quite content.
Yeah. Can I tell they're in human form now then?
One is in human form, the other is still in kind of like the hybrid, like half rat, half human form.
Can I tell like how old they are?
Make an insight check.
Ooh, that was 22.
I feel sad now. I feel sad.
4K.
Morning didn't do what she usually does. Sarah.
I need a luck.
No, not that. For 22, and now I'm sad.
Oh.
22! Very
There we
happy.
go. You guys, yeah. Thank you.
By the way, doggo's sleeping down there.
Oh.
Papa.
See her?
Get it.
I end away. I'm watching on Blue Stream, so I can't quite tell.
Yeah, it's kind of tiny.
Oh, she's got like a little pillow.
That's her. She's got a blanket.
No.
Oh, she cute.
My floor is messy. Need to clean this up tonight.
There's like a whole 4 things.
Well, there's a little bit more, but you can't see it. But I learned about this thing called Thumbtack, where you can pay people to do like house projects for you that you haven't had time to do. So I'm paying someone to put together my standing desk and my exercise bike, because I've had the exercise bike for like 2 months now, and I just have like the only time I had time to put it together, I started looking at it, was like, holy shit, this is way too complex, and I do not have the time right now. So I'm just paying someone else to do it. Anyways, anything else you do while you're waiting for them to come back? Probably around the time you finish the toast, Carl comes in at least.
How old are they?
Oh, right. How old are they? One looks like Pip probably looks like he's kind of like older 20s, lower 30s ish, and Squeak looks like he's kind of older teenager, so maybe like somewhere between 17 and 19.
Aww.
I want to preface, Krug left when he said he doesn't want, when he like dropped the corpses, so Krug's also not very good with directions,
Does he like follow Carl back, or?
No, because that was before,
Oh, right.
so he wandered away.
Are you trying to get back to the Emerald Shield?
Yes.
I guess if you're like kind of lost and trying to figure out how fast you make it back, make a survival check.
16.
You're not too lost. You kind of like first like start to make a wrong turn, and you're like, oh right, not that. You kind of head back.
Yay, Krug's remembering things.
And you basically make it back to the Emerald Shield about the same time Carl gets there.
Carl's like, hey, you made it.
Of Pip and Squeak, which one is the one that's in human form and which one is the one that's in the hybrid form?
Pip is still in hybrid form. Wait, did I say Pip? No, Pip is the older one. So Pip would be the one in human form, Squeak would be the one in hybrid.
Okay.
Okay. So what do the rest of y'all do? I'll head back to the Emerald Shield also, or Kanaka, are you doing something else?
Oops. Sorry.
Kanaka doesn't know where he's supposed to go heal himself, because he never had this problem before.
Are you worried about your bite?
Yes.
Well, aren't you a paladin? Don't you know these things?
Unfortunately, I have not. Unfortunately, remember the time I have amnesia, and after I got back my memories, it's still. I've never run into this problem before.
Oh.
Nice. Oh well.
Well, good luck.
Would that be medicine or something? To know anything about lycanthropy generally? Like, is it a disease or a curse or that kind of thing? Ag,
I always thought it was both.
Dang it, I'm muted. Make a medicine check.
medicine. Virtual tabletop not found. Oh, that's right. I left this page because I was trying to change the picture. God damn it. Let me try again. Let's try again. Okay. Medicine. Roll. Hey, it worked. Wow, that's not great.
I would say you know enough to know that it is not a disease in like the conventional disease sense. Nor is it a poison. So like a cure disease spell would not work.
Should probably visit a church.
Which church?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
You're right.
Yes.
I just
would-
I imagine
why
that
would you go to a
exchange
church,
is
man?
like Kanaka looks at Faint's horns and then yeah. You right.
You're right. You're wrong.
It just it strikes me this is a problem a priest helps with more than a healer.
Well, if it was a healing problem, I could have done it myself.
Well, not like Faint doesn't have the time to explain the difference between like healing of wounds versus healing of diseases.
Technically,
I can do both.
yeah, make a religion check, Kanaka.
Oh, this would be great. Let's see.
It
Big
can
money,
either
though.
be religion or arcana. I would let you pick between the two.
Doesn't matter. Money no having 15. Oh, that's a good straight roll.
So you would know. Hang on. Find the paladin table. Yep. Okay. This since you are getting close to 9th level, you would know, and like hearing him discuss it, and like you know what your lay on hands can cure, and like your lay on hands doesn't seem to be getting rid of it. You're pretty sure it's a curse. And technically speaking, if you level up, you would be able to have access to the spell that cures it. Because remove curse, you either need remove curse or a wish spell to get rid of it.
Get that at level 9?
Because you're a half caster, because paladin.
Kind of like, well, just gotta see. Ku's like, whenever Ag wants to say we level up, can you heal us?
Everyone's like, who is Ag?
God.
Kanaga's like, God, anytime did it come out?
The god of gods. Yeah, but I mean, you do know that clerics being full casters do tend to get the spell before other people, and there are even some arcane casters can cast the spell as well, instead of more divination focused casters like clerics and paladins. So you do think that Faint is right that like probably finding a priest or church with a cleric in it that is sympathetic to your cause would be able to remove it.
Wait, is
Probably for tithe or donation.
I think the important thing you learn there is that Faint is right.
I guess. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Was it the Dragonborn priest? Was it a Dragonborn? The dude that we helped bring Melora back to life with?
Was he a Dragonborn?
I mean, he can be now.
I think he was human.
Is he?
He was the Dragonborn.
Oh, he was a Dragonborn? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Let me find my notes.
I mean, he definitely prayed to Bahamut, so like,
He
Yeah, I
was a
was like,
Dragonborn.
I was like, is he a Dragonborn? I think he is. I don't
He's a
know.
gold Dragonborn.
okay, fair enough.
Was he
No.
a cleric?
Father
Is-
Forthil.
Was
This
he?
is why I should take notes of what the hell I make in my own
This is
game.
why I take notes.
Was he a cleric? Did he have cleric cool
He was a cleric. He was a cleric, and you know for a fact that since he was able to resurrect Meloria, that he would certainly be powerful enough to also be able to cast the spell.
But kind of like, well, Faint, you can go back. I'm gonna go to the Dragonborn dude, see if he can heal this off me.
Think you need any help?
If you want to go, you can go. Other than
You want
that-
moral support? I bet it hurts like hell.
Well, if you want to just record it and make a song out of my pain, that's fine too.
Nothing better to do.
As we all three head to the Bahamut temple.
Talon's like, oh, song about pain? Sounds as good a plan as any. Alright, so you guys venture forth towards the Temple of Bahamut, and you get there, and you do see the same Golden Dragonborn, because it is, at this point, probably roughly the same time of day that he would start his shift, because it's getting on late in the afternoon by the time you get there. He was there at night, as I recall, so he probably does the like 6 to 6 shift. The other priest does the other 6 to 6 kind of thing. Anyway, so he sees you and he says, "Ah, travelers, it's good to see you again."
What's up? Well,
How can
so
I help?
we were doing this job, and I got bit by a were rat, and I don't want to be a were rat anymore. So I was wondering if you could help me out
Yeah, well,
by healing me.
And he kind of looks at you and he goes, "You look like a were rat."
Well, I just got bit like a couple hours ago, and I don't want this because, yeah, whack.
What were you doing where you found a were rat?
Well, we're doing this job, and there were a couple were rats in the building. Unfortunately, one of them bit me, and I didn't take it too well. So, yeah.
Well, if there were an outbreak of lycanthropy, I do hope that you all were able to help stem the tide. Yeah, sure. Come on in.
Yep, most of them are dead.
Wait. What do you mean by stem the tide exactly?
I mean, lycanthropy is a virulent disease that can spread throughout a population. Depending on the types of lycanthropes and what they do, there are known to be entire sections of. There are interesting clans of folks both who hunt lycanthropes and embrace lycanthropy, and there's actually a very strange mix of people who not only lean into the curse, but lean on blood magic to work some of their tidings. I haven't heard of anyone around these parts for quite some time that is capable of doing that, but it's a thing. If were rats tend to be, as far as I'm aware, more like petty thieves. But anytime where lycanthropy occurs, there could be a larger problem. So I hope you're able to root out the cause of this, because it could be a danger to the population.
We got.
Should we tell them about the one that got away?
That's probably fine.
Okay. Yeah, we got most of them.
Yeah, I killed the one that bit me. Yeah, that was not cool. I was really.
Make a deception check, Talon.
Okay. Better you than me.
I mean, he wasn't lying.
Yes, yes. No.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
you
technically
have to
not
roll
lying either, but
Persuasion would be fine too then, either one.
Doesn't matter.
He said.
Oh, I rolled
it.
You're not telling the whole truth either, which is still
I
deceptive.
rolled a 9, so 20.
I rolled a 9.
You're not
so
me.
20 plus 11 plus
Oh, he's just-
11.
He just kind of like raises an eyebrow. He's like, "Very well. Here, come inside."
No one can
And-
tell if I'm telling the truth or not, because I'm so dumb.
And he kind of sits you down in a pew and he says, "Give me just a second. Let me go."
Wait, can I ask, will this hurt?
Do you want it to hurt?
Can it?
No, but hoping for some inspiration?
Oh yeah.
So he kind of sits you down and he goes back and kind of goes into a back office. He comes out holding what looks kind of like a scroll case, and he opens it up and he pulls open the scroll, mutters a few words, focuses, looks at you, and then all of a sudden you feel this. Actually, what would happen if he does that? Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nah. 2 curses. This is gonna be great.
I wish it was only 2.
Multiple. This is great. Oh, a 9. This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
So, you feel this radiant energy start to pulse through you, and you can kind of feel like time slows down, and you kind of look at your hands, and you can kind of look at your arm, and in that moment, you can almost see the arcane energy of this arcane curse of lycanthropy that seems to be like you can almost see it radiating around the bite mark that was on your arm, and it starts to flow away, and you see it start to recede, and it starts to just like fade, starting at the point of contact, and starts going throughout all your veins, where you can see the like your blood has been pumping and starting to spread it, and you can see in kind of this arcane light of the spell that he's removing the curse, you can see that where it's affecting the veins start to feel away. As it starts to get closer to you, all of a sudden you like feel like you get punched in the gut, and all of a sudden this extreme cold washes over you, and you just retch and throw up in the middle of the tavern. And there's kind of this like flash of arcane magic, and the priest kind of like squares back a little bit and kind of looks at you, and he's like, "That was weird. Are you okay?"
I don't know.
And he reaches out and he casts a cure wounds on you. I don't know if you're missing any hit points, but it'll heal you for 10.
Yeah, yeet.
And he's like, "I'm sorry, that spell has never had that effect on anyone before. Man, that was weird."
It's alright. It's probably after effects of a different spell that had cast on me that I'd have no idea what it does.
So you know there was another spell cast on you?
Well, I kind of assume after my interaction with 3 lovely ladies that they did something to me more than they say they did.
What'd you get, like syphilis? Jesus.
Yeah,
Not
he was
that kind
like-
of interaction, you dodo.
That is based on that roll. That is the reaction the priest has first. Is like, wait, like a disease? Like, what do you mean 3 ladies? And like inquires further because he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Oh well, I ran into 3 fortune tellers, so to speak, and they cast a fortune upon me. It came at a price, but still trying to figure out what that price is. Besides,
You can see some of the price. Oh.
And the priest kind of like looks at Talon and then looks at him and is like, "Was your eye part of the price?"
yes.
That's not great.
Do you know something about this?
You might have to give me some more details, but
Well, the price besides the eye. Do you know anything about an amulet with that uses a live eyeball?
To an extent, yes. What you're describing, let's make another check. What you're describing seems to be, possibly if it was 3, it sounds like a coven of hags of some sort. And an eye amulet is something that they use to tell the future. It is possible that whatever they did to you, part of it, you said they were fortune tellers? Did they tell you what your future held?
Among other things, yes.
Well, that explains part of it then. You are likely cursed in some way that my magic cannot remove. I'm pretty sure I got the Lycanthropy Curse. I don't know if I got the other one or not, or what all interactions it has with you, but you seem to have made a pact that is not easily whisked away by just a flick of the wrists and a spell. I don't know where you can find more answers, though. I'll have to think on it. If you want, I can ask around. But a deal with hags is not one that many people survive for long.
Well, can't be worse than going to hell, can it?
Some things are worse than death.
Oh, that I know, but
No, that's not what I mean.
We weren't dead.
To be
Things
fair,
can be
we've
worse
been to
than
hell,
hell?
but you've never been to hell, you know what I mean?
It's really hot there. I didn't like it.
the second layer is kind of chiller, but it was weird.
I thought the
It's
temperature
so
was
hot.
fine.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
enjoyed
weirdo.
the background crowd speaking that are not there. I appreciate it.
Peanut Gatling.
I thought we're all there.
No!
It's just the 3 of you.
Oh, rip.
You're feeding the boys.
I want
Yeah,
to be in
yeah,
the room
yeah,
where it
boy.
happened.
Yeah, just Talon, Paint, and Kanaka.
Okay.
But yeah, you do get some weird looks. He's like, well, I guess that does explain why I had to resurrect Meloria for you.
Oh, was that you? Thanks for that.
Kanaka's
No.
like, Kanaka puts his
Has
hand up.
Has she talked about us at all? Has she mentioned us?
Kanaka puts his hand up over his face and points at face.
Wasn't it like 5 days ago?
He's like, where's that guy?
He kind of looks at you and he's like,
Has she
No.
mentioned me specifically?
make an insight check.
Does
That
Fate
kid.
have a crush on Meloria?
He's trying to get you a new mom.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh
Finally,
my
a new
gosh.
mommy.
You get the sense that this This is one who's very good at being honest and not very good at lying, and like is trying to be nice and saying that Meloria hasn't mentioned you because probably she has and it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like, definitely a political balance. She will deal with you but doesn't want to be involved with you. It's kind of your read from him, like kind of making that white lie of like, no, she hasn't mentioned you.
Rip the romance, man.
Well, I'm sorry for rebuking, but thank you for healing the bite. Is there a price that or a favor that you need for me to thank you for helping me out?
We do not charge. We do recommend a donation to the church. The scroll itself is a 150 gold scroll that I used on you, so at least covering that cost would be appreciated. Tips are appreciated as well, but it is what you feel you personally owe to Bahamut and the religion, or whatever you can offer. It doesn't even necessarily have to be money. We are here we are not here in it for the riches. We are here to enrich you spiritually as well.
So I'm not gonna take the 200 gold of his like here. Here's to cover the scroll, so you may make a new one if someone needs that help.
He bows very low. I'm very appreciative of that.
Extra 50. And if you can find out anything more about what the Hags have more insight of what they could have done, we very much appreciate it.
I think the only way I can insight more is I would need to perform a ritual, possibly with another one of my clergy folk, in order to investigate further, or I would need to question you further on your encounter and what exactly happened to get a feel for the nature of these hags. There are many different flavors of hag. I don't know which kind these were, or what their relation might be. Typically, they have something to do with the Feywild, depending on their flavor.
You have to
Kanaka
like
just
catch
says
them
under
and make them into a
Kanaka
stew.
says under his breath, "That's for damn sure, man."
The old wet flavor.
Ugh.
The seawater flavor.
The mushy muffin.
Roll another constitution check.
Mushy muffin.
Now I'm just thinking of one of the videos I watched. And one of my YouTubers was like, "I looked up blue muffin." I was like,
Or
"Why?"
blue waffle.
Yeah,
Why?
blue waffle. I was like, "Why? Why?"
Oh god.
Hey, isn't that what you get when you take a waffle and
Shut up!
dip
Stop
it in
speaking.
the
Literally,
sea?
close your mouth, please. No disrespect. Stop.
All
Hi.
disrespect, just stop.
And he kind of goes, so do you say that stuff out loud, or are you guys like memeing IRL?
Memeing IRL.
Maybe I.
Would Paint
Okay.
know that they were probably these hags? I don't know. I don't think he'd have a problem with saying old wet once under his breath. I don't think that's a secret, really. I mean, he's a sea elf. If you were particularly to jump to conclusions, you would see the sea elf with the water theme and go,
Land hags.
sea hags.
Land hags.
I mean, there are night hags and
Do they stack? Are there
Monster
night
manual.
sea hags? Are there day sea hags? Are there afternoon
There's
delight
day
sea
sea
hags?
hags, night sea hags,
Dawn sea hags, dusk sea
mountain
hags,
night sea hags.
Freshwater sea hags? Wait.
brackish water sea hags.
Day glacier night sea hags.
I just imagine like if you were talking to someone who was a little more knowledgeable about hags, that they would be like doing the Forrest Gump, like fried shrimp, shrimp
Barbecue
salad,
shrimp.
yeah, barbecue shrimp salad.
Brain a la mode, brain soup, brain. Brain.
So, hang on just a second. So there are, just a second, just making sure. Okay, I want to make sure there's nothing else in any other compendiums. Oh, there's some in Bolos. Interesting.
You know, all kinds of hags. There's breakfast hags, lunch hags.
There
dinner
are
hags.
actually. There's
Breakfast hags?
Second
There are-
breakfast tags?
at least, as far as I can find, there are at least 5 different types of hags.
Alright.
What is Infernal Machine? Oh, that's interesting.
Machine hag, better than the rest. Machine hag.
Can you guys hear that from my mic or no?
Probably.
Nope.
I didn't
Yes.
hear anything.
Okay, so
Okay, cool.
he kind of says, there are many different flavors of hags, and there may be different covens and stuff, but essentially there are 5 types of hags. There are Annis hags, Bower hags, Green hags, Night hags, and Sea hags. Those are the most common, at least. All of them.
Oh, were
have
they
kind of
green?
dark ties to the Feywild.
Could you see with both of your eyes? Were they green?
And he says, typically, Annis hags live in mountains or hilly areas. Bower hags live in wintry lands. I've heard there's a coven up north in the Wintersong Forest. Their green hags tend to live in forests and swamps. Night hags aren't often found on the material plane. They're usually part of the gloaming court of the Feywild, or oh, that's interesting. They are also, they're hags of the lower planes, essentially. And then sea hags tend to live in underwater or shore areas.
Can there be multiple covens at one time, or is there only one set of coven at each time?
Covens are always made of the same type of hag, and frequently different covens carve out their own territories, and they mostly don't interfere with each other's territories, especially because they tend to prefer different regions. As far as I know, at least. A hag is never part of more than one coven.
How likely is it to find a hag in the environment of a different kind of hag? This might be asking too much of a detailed question.
Extremely unlikely. Possible, but extremely unlikely.
Kanaka, I
How
think we figured it
unlikely?
out.
Is it? Can all hags go with any element if they choose to do so?
That's
I mean, technically.
I think the best question here is, can all hags swim?
No.
Okay, that rules out a lot of them.
Okay, so I don't think it's the sea hag, guys.
And this is probably the best piece of evidence that it is a sea hag.
No, because Hag mentioned night hags. I'm like, okay, great. Do these night hags breathe in the water too? 'Cause
It
that
was
like-
nighttime. That is a good point. We can't
Yeah,
rule it out.
That's what I was like. What the?
Night hags don't tend to be in the material plane. And actually, he says that a lot of times night hags are associated with sort of gods of the underworld, and it is I'm trying to figure out how this guy would fit in.
Guys, I think the Dragonborn and the DM are both trying to give us not too subtle hints here.
But they're night hags, right? Yeah. I picked up on it.
Just a pound on the head with the lore stick.
Hell and the Abyss are only one place that souls can go when you pass away. There are other planes and other gods, and sometimes it depends on which plane you're in, which religions you believe in, but night hags are often seen as the carriers of souls to and from a god of the underworld named Hades in some religions.
Whoa.
Hades. That's a ridiculous name.
You're not his friend, man. Makes sense.
But yeah, like, if you guys are like, well, that narrows it down, he's kind of like, I'm guessing maybe this was a sea hag then, probably? Did it happen near water? If you're talking about swimming?
Is there an irony roll? How do I do sarcasm like as hard as I can?
Does
Deception?
Okay. Does like how does
Can I intentionally fail it? And 9 works.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you roll your eyes very, very hard, so much that you almost sprain your neck. And
I'm sorry for his rudeness, but like any type of body of water, does it matter how deep it is?
Like in inches, please.
0 to 1,000,000? Sea hags a lot
What
of
is
times
the
live near
density
shore.
of the water? What is the salt percentage for it to qualify?
What is the pH level?
What is the pH balance of the water?
It was
So they
6.
they tend. You said they tend to steer near shore. They don't like the deeps. It can make sense. Or is that-
I mean, they can sometimes, but there aren't a lot of species that live underwater that are intelligent that they can make deals with that aren't also protected with their own circles, such as probably areas where you come from, such as sea elves. Usually sea elves are not easy targets for sea hags, so they tend to avoid the sea elf cities. So a lot of times if they're looking to lure a victim, the shallows and the coastline is the best place for them to be.
Is it possible that instead of luring someone, they came to find you specifically under orders?
Certainly possible, depending on what the reason is. But they have a reason?
Kind of. But do all sea hags serve the same people? Person?
I don't know that I can speak for every individual sea hag, and I'm sure that they all have their own individual agendas. But for the most part, the powers that sea hags draw from are that of the Winter Court of the Feywild.
Oh.
Kanaga's like, oh great, fantastic. That's what happens when you
Wow.
have amnesia, man.
It's all coming together.
Well,
Guys, I think they were sea hags.
I think they were mountain hags.
Kanaga's like, no, really? 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 I found that all by myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's called Nerd Squad. Nerd Squad.
Nerd squad.
You know.
None of the nerd squad is here.
I'm right here.
Tanaka's-
What are you
Someone-
talking about?
You
What do you-
nerd.
I'm a little nerd.
We felt it in the force. The nerd squad call out. Scarlett's talking to Pip and Squeak, and she just goes nerd squad.
God.
There's a disturbance in the force. I have been called. Spread soft.
No.
Pip
Pip
and
and Squeak and the nerd squad, and then we get in the formation of the Gimme Force.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that doesn't actually happen. But anyways.
No.
But yeah, so like, the priest is looking like very nervous and is like, do you seek protection?
I kind of have my own protection. I just need to know what they did to me, kind of.
I'll protect him.
I might be able to prepare a ceremony tomorrow to try and dive deeper and figure out what the curse exactly is. I may need to. I don't think I'll be able to perform the ceremony on my own. I will. There's a spell that I lack that will need to be part of the ceremony, and I'll have to bring someone in for it. But if you would like, so today is November 22nd, right?
I think it's the 23rd.
23rd. Okay. So tomorrow will be the 24th. Did I assign days of the week yet?
I think you said Monday too. Like,
I have no idea. That's a great question. I was thinking like the time, like the calendar, like the day of, like the actual day.
I was
like,
thinking I was just gonna base it off the 2020 calendar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was
Okay.
thinking. I was like,
You could pull
So,
a Fey rune and just make him 1 day, 2 day, 3 day.
this is Odin's day.
136.
This is Thor's day.
or 365 day.
What is this? What is this? Valheim? Easy class.
So yeah, it would be Monday right now, and they say, well, we don't have any services tomorrow, so I can make myself available if you want to stop by tomorrow, and we can try a ceremony, but I cannot guarantee success. And the more forthright you're willing to be with us, the more we can help. If help is what you seek.
Sure. I'll give you more details tomorrow. Kind of tired from killing the were-rat and puking all over your floor, which I feel really bad about. 'Cause that sucks.
I'll have someone clean that up.
I mean, Kanaka could clean it up.
he is someone.
Kanaka looked at Talon.
Does Talon not have prestidigitation?
No,
Kanaka looked.
he should. I think that's the next cantrip I'm taking, but no.
I don't think that's a priest cantrip, is it?
Kanaka's so close.
It's like wizard sorcerer.
Kanaka looks at Talon. He's like, he's about to cast something on Talon, and then he's like, changes his mind.
Warlock, sorcerer, bard, artificer. Yeah, so he can't cast
So
prestidigitation.
he's command.
Remember, I did save your life today.
And
Twice.
and you were a really cool gorilla for a little bit, twice.
Talon saved me, but I could blame Fate too, because he missed. But then again,
I can pick it up with the mage hand if you want, but don't think that's gonna,
that's not.
you know, get rid of all of it.
Just like
Don't worry about it. You're just gonna spread it around all
Scoop,
the
scoop,
We have people.
scoop.
As you can see, our temple is quite resplendent. We'll get it cleaned up. Don't worry about it.
Well, thank you. What's his name again?
Fuck, Marty
Father
wants to-
Forthil.
Thank you, Father Forthil, for your help.
Good old
Aye.
Buster.
Thank you, Lore Master.
You're welcome.
All that makes sense. Like when you resaid the name, I was like, oh, I know exactly why I would have named him that too.
Thank you for your help. Looking forward to what more I can tell you and what more I can deem from my predicament tomorrow.
I'm just gonna start all this as a new OneNote file. New.
And the Three Stooges leave.
Okay, yeah, I'll work on this at some point in time, but I'll work on. I may ask you some questions, Lore Master, to make sure I fill in blanks and stuff and get things right. so-
Sure.
Anyways, okay, so, But the priest says, very well. Come by around noon tomorrow, and I will have the ceremony prepared.
All right. So guys, you want to go to Meloria's place? See what she said?
What do you think she wants?
She likes me. She got my wand done really fast. She was like really happy to see me. Like I mean, sure.
Wait,
Yeah,
when did you go get your wand?
A couple days
The
ago.
other day.
There
The
you
other
go.
day.
I don't know.
Do you think she'd want to talk to me? Do you think?
Let's see. Let's go find out. Let's go find out.
Yeah.
It's along the way. We're heading back anyway.
It's so cute.
I think as oh my god, like Frode, the player, very much thinks this is a terrible plan and we should not go visit this person. Like I don't know if I can continue being a horrible person obtusely. You know what I mean?
It's alright, buddy. It's okay. It's roleplay.
I mean, it really wasn't fully your fault that we went to hell and she died. I mean, it was.
Basically, yeah. I mean, Fate got her killed. And like,
Wait,
it's
no,
somewhat.
funny,
It's like
no,
by
no, no,
accident.
We're
But did she
walking
hate
towards
it?
Valars
Like,
as we're talking about
at
this.
some
It's like
point,
Kanaga's
it's
like,
creepy.
well, it's technically your offspring's fault for forgetting that she had a wish.
Exactly. Blame it on the boom child. It's you know.
No, not the boom, not the boom child. It's more like a Zoom child, since most Zoomers forget stuff.
I mean, technically speaking, when it happened, she didn't have a wish, but I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah. And I said that. I'm pretty sure I said I met the magic dad. He gave me a wish.
Yeah.
Isn't that just being mean to your Marshall daddy? I mean, you know.
Marshall Daddy?
Yeah.
But I just have the image of Faint showing up with a flower bouquet, and he's like, "Hey, sorry, I got you killed."
You could probably find some like flowers at a stand on the way if you wanted to.
Oh, please, that's so cute.
And they probably look a lot better than what he's used to seeing in like the Nine Hells, and he's never really tried this before. So the fact that they're all half dead, they look better than what he's used to. So
Wait, did you give your wife flowers?
no,
I like it.
Dude, this is like when people found out Goku never kissed his wife before.
Bro, how did they have Gohan and Goten? What?
You can have sex
You don't-
without kissing.
Bro,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
actually-
Goku though. But it's Goku though. Like Goku, man, he's like. But the Chi-Chi's kind of scary.
Anyways,
I believe.
So
How about
are you
Kiko?
guys gonna go to Melorius?
That doesn't.
I don't know if we need to RP it, but we can go ahead and just say that.
No, we're RPing it. We're RPing it, bro.
It's getting
We're-
RP'd.
We're
It's
getting
absolutely getting RP'd.
You know, we're RPing it.
This would probably be
Absolutely.
RP. Because if you went right now, she would still be there.
We're going. Kanaka's going. Talon and Faint follow then, whatever's.
Also, did someone else commission something from her?
Oh yeah, Carl
Carl
with
did.
the
Yeah.
wand.
Okay. So yeah, you go there and it looks like they're starting to kind of close up shop, and Meloria is kind of behind the desk. It looks like she's doing some bookkeeping, and she kind of looks up and she looks a little startled, and then just kind of like puts on this like high elf like face and is like, "Hello."
like legitimately scared.
We have another adventure to go on.
Kanaka's like, hi, Meloria. Fate wanted
Maybe-
to- Fate
Maybe
wanted.
startled more than scared. Like she was comfortable, relaxed, wasn't thinking about what the fuck had happened at all. And then you guys just kind of show up, and it just kind of like all flashes. You
She's
can,
like, oh god.
tell in her face there's this slight like a little bit of panic, but then she immediately like composes
Yeah.
herself and she says, greetings. How are you all tonight?
We're good. We're good. Faint wanted to tell you something. Kanaka pushes Faint forward.
Wait, did I? I don't remember why we're here. I brought you this flower. I think it looks. It could be alchemy. Can you use it in alchemy? Do you do alchemy? Right, that's a magic people thing on this plane.
Sometimes I do, but sometimes flowers for flowers' sake can be nice.
Is this one? I found it on the not on the street. It was beside the street. Not in the middle.
Kind of look at you and takes it and is like, thank you for the thought. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think these guys not so much.
Is there anything I can help you with?
I'm not sure why we're here.
Oh, well, we're visiting the Father Fort Hill.
Fourth Hill.
Yeah, and my buddy Faint here was curious about you, and he asked him, and the priest wasn't completely honest about your strong words about your opinion about our adventure together, which we're totally sorry about.
I'm pretty sure, didn't ever mention any of us ever, and was very comfortable with her new life. Well, it's the same life. It's not a new one.
We just wanted to make
she's
sure
still alive.
and make sure that that we're truly sorry.
Sorry I killed you again.
He didn't mean to solve the box in your shop and send us there, but it just happened.
Yeah, that was an accident.
We just want to know we're really sincerely sorry about that.
She looks kind of composed, and she kind of takes out a clothespin, and you can see up above there's like this little wire, and she like pins the flower upside down to the wire above the desk, and she says, I appreciate the gesture. I will make sure this flower stays preserved as long as I can.
That's
I know
good.
that the events that happened, while unfortunate, were not intentional.
Well, yeah, not the dying part. Parts of it were intentional, but yeah, not the you dying part was not. That's good.
I also got the sense that transporting us all there was maybe not intended also.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't want to go back there. That's true.
Well, let us hope we don't ever go back there. But I appreciate the gesture. And if you would like, you may tell Carlonius that I have been working fastidiously on their commission, and I should have it ready in 2 more days.
Do you want me to? I can come back and get it when it's ready if you want.
Sure, if that's what Carlonius would like.
Yeah, yeah, because that's what. Carl might
Carl
come.
would like that. Yeah.
Carl might like. Yes.
Well,
I
Can I
can
go-
carry them.
well, you and Faye can chill out
They
here. Let's go, Talon. Let's go back.
They have short legs. I have very long legs.
Let's go. Faye, we'll be right back, Faye. Let's go, Talon. We'll be right back.
Where are we leaving?
No, you're staying here. We'll be right back. Give us like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
you were
5 minutes.
interested in
Yeah.
something
Why
she
am I
had, right?
But I gave her the flower. She has it. It's fine.
No,
You
we're
wanted
gonna be right back.
technical, I thought.
We're right back. Right back. Me and Talon were thinking of something to buy, but we're not sure what we want to buy, so we'll be right back. We'll go outside for like 5 minutes. We'll be right
Wait,
back.
you can buy stuff here?
You
Sorry!
can see her composure kind of crack a little bit, and you can see she has this kind of like sly smile a little bit.
Oh,
And
We'll be
she's
right
like,
back. Let's go, Talon. Let's go. And as Kanaka Talon, as soon as the door closes at the shop, they start booking it back to the Emerald Shield.
There's no way this could be like a romantic moment though. It would just be like awkwardly like, rocking back and forth and be like, so
yeah, basically, it's like super, like, there's definitely some tension. It's a little awkward, and like you can tell she appreciates the gesture, but is also a little bit like, what's going on?
he thinks you're cute.
And she just kind of smiles, and she says, so is there something else you wish to discuss?
So
Any other items you wish to commission?
how old are you? Just
It is impolite to ask a lady her age, and I can assure you, probably far older than you are.
Well,
How much do you weigh?
Well, that's why I ask, actually, because it's possible you might be the closest to my age of anyone I've met in a long time. I'm just saying it's possible. And I was just curious, and I could.
Well, how old are you?
Honestly, I don't remember. A few hundred, several hundred. Time doesn't work the same over there exactly, so.
Probably harder to keep track of an hour, at least.
Mm. So you're really old, I guess. That's why you don't. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
She kind of like flushes a little flash of anger and is like,
Higher than
Still
200,
not-
300, higher than 5, 3, 2. It's fine.
I'm 727 years old.
Okay, that's. I don't really have any context for that number. I'm not sure why I asked.
What is
That's good though. That's a lot of years to
Oh,
learn about magic. And
Indeed.
Bro, I just
Yep. You know I'm from hell? You can really tell. You can
I-
really tell Frode's personal skills with women. You know?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, brother. If you were like this, I understand why your wife married you. You're pretty funny, bro. Like, fucking hilarious, bro.
Yes, I gathered as much that you were from hell.
Oh, okay. No, that's right. I did mention, and then because when we were there, I was talking to people. Yep, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of met your cousin or something.
Oh
Uncle.
yeah, I have a cousin.
Or was it your brother? What was that little imp thing anyway?
Well, relation is complicated. I think we all come from one great source, and we're broken into and courts, and it's there are levels. It's complicated. I'm not sure I understood it. I didn't pay much attention in school.
That would make sense.
But I'm not, I'm not stupid. I just didn't apply myself, so I'm not okay.
She kind of smiles and kind of, kind of touches the rose again that's hanging, and she's like, again, I appreciate the thought. Feel free to come back if you have another request, or when, in 2 days when Carlonius's commission is ready.
Yeah, just leave that hanging there as an example to the others. That's smart. I'll go now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for bringing me a dead thing to remind me that you killed me once. And she kind of like cracks a smile at you.
oh my god.
I think Fane might actually laugh at that.
Oh my god, that's cute.
Probably a louder than expected awkward laugh, and then yeah, just kind of goes, that's good, and then finger guns, and then leaves.
She does openly like laugh at the finger guns, and you walk out the door, and Talon and Kanaka are nowhere in sight.
Does he notice? I don't think he notices. I think he just walks back to the Emerald Shield and doesn't even really think about it. Yeah.
And then
Fair enough.
whatever Talon got there, were like, yo, Scarlet,
Huh? She's
You
eating
about-
toast.
you about to have a new mom.
She spits out her
Not
toast.
depending on how that conversation goes.
Is
Had
that-
multiple dads. Well, now try this.
Then
So-
he's like, it'd feel real awkward if your actual real mom was still alive too, because this would be like, one of those weird conversations, old wife meets new girlfriend type thing.
Oh, that's definitely a topic to bring up in front of daughter.
But he's like,
God.
he's like, can I like, but you can ask him when he comes back. It's a good conversation you guys should have.
Now, at the mention of it wouldn't it be awkward if your real mom was alive, she just gets up and walks away. No.
No.
So, yeah, after saying that, probably about 15 minutes later, Frode walks in. Wasn't going quite as fast as Kanaka and Talon were. So Frode, what is your demeanor when you finally enter the Emerald Shield?
I think before he goes in, he tries to compose himself and look like his normal broody self. I'm not sure how well that works, but you know.
Make a
Is that deception?
performance check.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh shit! I might. Okay. Awful. Well, but it's an 8. So
Giga, I think you're muted if you're just.
Oh, I was muted.
You were mouthing and nothing was coming out, and I was just like,
Story of my life. No, so since Kanaka told everybody, Carl's like, okay, as soon as he gets in the door, we all just like clap and cheer him.
you're like, yeah, but I'm like, when you does he walk in?
So you walked in, you can tell that Faint definitely has something on his mind, maybe like kind of a slight smile, like thinking of the kind of funny jokes towards the end. And then you all get in and start clapping as soon as he walks into the room, and he just kind of deer in headlights look.
Like, so how'd it go, my friend? Puts our arm around him like a buddy. You know when your boys go like that, like it went well, huh? It went well, huh?
Carl has a wand.
Oh yeah.
In
Carl,
a few days. Not yet.
Faint's gonna pick that up for you, okay?
Okay, I'll
Well,
have to give
no,
you the
I
money.
think I said I would carry you there.
I mean,
I'm
you
not
don't.
sure.
I have legs.
I don't know why I said that.
I don't know if I want to
We can
go.
fix that.
No, Carl, you stay here. He'll go by himself.
Yeah, that's a better plan.
I don't
Then-
really have money.
That's I have money to give to you to pay for the thing for me.
Okay.
That Carl give money to Faint so Faint can exchange for goods and services.
I'm not Krug.
If you were
Services are you
Krug, I would
getting?
use smaller words.
Fair point.
and Krug's just in a corner with like he's like laying down on the table. He's like bench pressing Pip and Squeak. They're like in their rat forms, curled up around like a stick, and he's just 1 6
Oh,
Hey! banana.
She just was immediately like, "Fuck this." It's a week.
I'm back.
And,
What
she'll come
happened?
back. Doesn't make it fun.
Literally,
Question.
right when
Question,
Kua
does the
started
fireweed
speaking,
make your
I
fire
died.
powers more potent?
I don't know. It wouldn't in real life.
No, not in IRL, buddy. Yeah.
Fireweed does look pretty.
Fireweed are fucking beautiful. It's always been
And you
my
just
favorite.
threw it on the ground?
My favorite flower.
And
well,
I
this is
threw
my
it
wife.
on the
She's the
ground.
weird, sarcastic, not particularly feminine person. She doesn't have piercings. She doesn't like wear makeup. She doesn't do flowers stuff.
Fair
so.
enough. So it wasn't that it was the fireweed. She's just like, don't buy me
Well,
flowers.
She didn't want flowers, and I told her it was a weed, and it gave her the excuse, you know.
It's not a flower. It's a weed.
It's a flower, it's a weed. Ugh.
That's cute.
Technically, you were correct.
Technically correct is always the right kind of correct.
This is also the woman that when I had proposed the first time, she just looked at me and said, "It's too big," and then like, for the rest of the day.
What is she
What she
talking
said
about?
about these nuts.
Who taught Kua what these nuts mean? And he's like, why? Who did that?
It's like my 4-year-old when you accidentally swear around her.
Like someone sat him down and was just like, just say these 2 words, and
What is it?
I'm sorry, bro.
Blue's
You
dead
just
again.
you set it up. I was like, I cannot.
No, I think she's talking about the ring. I think
So,
she's
like,
talking about the ring, and I'm not
so,
sure
like,
if she's
the
talking
ring
about
was
the
too
band
big?
size or the diameter. What? But that's
Oh,
all she said.
the rock didn't matter, man. That's a keeper, bro. That is a
That's-
pop jam
that's
right
awkward.
there, bro.
Okay, so for the whole story, we were on the London Eye, right? Which is a giant Ferris wheel in London.
Yeah.
That's like 200 kilometers from where I proposed to my fiance.
It was a big romantic moment that, you know, the stereotypical person or woman would, you know, it's
Do that, like-
imagined dream, but no, I know my wife. I should have known better. Right? There was like a British family and like a pair of German tourists in the bubble with us, and we're like 3/4 of the way up, and I bring her over to like the bench in the middle, and I go down on one knee and I do the whole thing, and she just goes white. Like I've never seen a person go white before, right? Like literally white, like no color in her face, and I'm trying to get her glove off so that I can like put the ring on it. She just like looks at me and she's just like, it's too big, and then gets up and just goes back to taking pictures from the London Eye for the rest of the trip. And doesn't say shit. Doesn't say anything. And I'm just standing next to her while just
Are the
taking
German
pictures.
tourists just like,
Oh yeah, I forgot. The German tourists actually walked up to us and they were like, "Can we take your picture?" And I'm like fucking dying. Like I'm up. And she's not saying yes. She just said it's too big, and she's freaking out. And I'm dying. And these 2 German tourists are like, "Can we take your picture?" They like take my picture, and then they go back to what they're doing. The British family's hiding in a corner, being great, you know, trying to pretend none of this is happening, none of it exists.
Emotions in
They don't want anything to do with it.
Bro.
And so if you look at the pictures of us on the London Eye, like we have pictures 3/4 of the way up, and then all of a sudden there's no pictures until halfway down again, and then there's just pictures like normal. It's amazing.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
It was
It's like, bro, it's like hindsight 2020.
it was
I'm glad you can look back on it and laugh.
no, it's an amazing story, but it's very much that's my wife. I should have known better. A week later, we're back in Alabama, and our cats don't wear collars, so I took the engagement ring and I put it on a collar and I attached it to the cat, and so the cat was flipping out, running around the house trying to get this thing off its neck. And Kristen knew I was messing with the cat somehow to make it flip out like this, so she was like, "Go take the thing off the cat." I was like, "No, I'm not gonna take anything off the cat. I know what you're talking about. I'm not doing it." And then, you know, she went and got it, and then it was more of a thing because it was just us, and it was at home, and it was me fucking with a cat, so it was like perfect, like for our relationship, because, you know,
That makes sense.
yeah, and that worked just fine. And it's not like we knew we were gonna get married. She wasn't gonna say no. It's just that was the wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
especially in front of other people, that probably
Yeah.
made it even.
And
Bro,
we were
I-
the last. We were the last in line, right, to the London Eye. So all I had to do was ask the operator to let us go on our own bubble. I thought about asking, and then I didn't fucking do it. Right? I chickened out. It didn't ask the operator, let us go on our own bubble. I was just like, whatever, it'll be fine, right?
Bro, when you said
It's
you're
Stupid
white,
decision
I
after stupid
I
decision.
just
after
pictured like all those proposing videos where they do it like in public, like at the train station, and then the girl's like, "Don't do it," and they do it, and then they're like, "Oh my god."
I gotta
She's
say,
like, I don't want to have to say no here.
your proposal experience is like that 180-degree opposite of mine. I found like the perfect way to propose to my fiance, knew exactly how, but obviously it was not the person I should have been with for the long run, and so like great proposal, but the relationship fell apart
That's
as it
kind
probably
of
should have.
that's kind of like a microcosm of my relationship with my wife. Is that everything's weird and wrong and on paper, but it seems to be like a sign of it working.
But
I
for
don't
you
know.
guys, it works. Yeah.
That makes sense, bro.
Anyway, sorry, this is a big derail thing.
No, it was great.
It was
Fantastic
good.
story, bro.
You all have to
Good.
put up with it because it's my birthday.
Road lore.
Bro, if you chose this
Yeah,
on a
that's why we're
random
putting
other
up with
day,
it.
bro, it would be a great story, man. I mean, great. That's a great story.
It
Alright,
is.
what
Yeah,
is
it's
story?
really bad since it's today, you know.
So back to the game. You are all now in the tavern. It's about 8 o'clock at night or so. Anything else you want to do tonight? Talk about?
Krug, have you ever been in love with Lady Orc? Or Man Orc?
Krug good, and he starts spinning the stick with the two guys on it.
Crud, put him down.
They're like
They're gonna be sick.
white
And they just
knuckle
had-
gripping.
Scarlet just feed them a whole
Fine.
bunch of toast. They're gonna throw it up. Put him down.
It's like park ride. Wee.
Shaking my head.
So he hasn't.
Shaking
Krug
my-
hasn't found his significant other.
Rolling con checks for them.
Hey, not everybody needs somebody.
You right?
I lived like 500 years before I met the first somebody.
So, Squeaks managed to like hold on to it and is like, but Pip like loses his grip and like falls off and just becomes like this huge like pendulum like with
Oh,
only
God.
one rat on it, and like Pip like falls to the ground and kind of like throws up in his mouth a little bit, but like keeps it in. It's like that was not fun. Ugh.
Sorry about that.
And Squeaks is just like, wee, this is fun.
How about you, Carl? You got any advice for our new lover?
Well, what all did he do? He gave her a flower. Did you tell her she looked pretty?
I apologize for killing her. Well,
That's
for
a
making
good-
her dead. I didn't, because I didn't kill her specifically. But...
I mean, that's a good start, I guess. I mean, that's a pretty good start. You didn't do something stupid like ask her how old she was or something, did you?
No, that was just out of line.
Just yeah, you
But she
never.
did volunteer to tell me that she was 727.
She
just out of
doesn't look a
nowhere.
day over 700.
She just volunteered. I don't know.
Carl's like, okay, buddy, and then secretly like, oh my god, how did this guy get married and have a kid? How?
Well, you, Talon, has your any board adventures a lady sparked your or a man sparked your eye?
Yeah, a while ago. I don't know what happened. We left the town. I don't really remember where I was either.
Did you get dropped on your head off a boat or something to forget all of your past?
Really?
I don't know.
Not his backstory.
It worked for you.
What?
That
What?
happened to
but-
Kanaka. I
Yes, he fell down into the ocean, and then someone tore fabric into the plane and pulled me into another one. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
no, that didn't happen to me. I've been, you know, just traveling around with my family a lot. That sounds scary. I don't. I'd be a different person if that happened to me.
Rocket jump. That sounds dangerous.
Falling in love or falling off a ship?
Falling off a ship and into a
Oh,
rift in the plane.
Makes
That's
sense.
just
That's just pretty scary.
that doesn't sound fun. That sounds wet.
Not if you're a slippery sea elf.
anything to say to your dead Scarlet?
It's pretty dry
Uh,
right now.
Scarlet went to her room after the mom thing, so
Yeah.
she's not there.
Did she take her toast with her?
Yeah, she did.
Oh,
Okay, of course.
That's kind of funny. You're just like, pick up plate, walk away.
She just picks up her toast and leaves.
go in my room and I'm taking my toast.
It's like I imagine
Just
like
waiting.
not expression, like no expression, and just eating the toast as she walks away.
Kanaka's like, well,
Most likely.
well, I think you should give her something more than toast because I don't think that's enough sustenance for your child to be eating.
I mean, she isn't. She is an adult woman.
Well, this is a good time to bond, be a dad again. Remember?
So you gotta tell her that sometimes mommies and daddies grow apart, and daddies find new mommies.
Sometimes mommies are murdered by.
By people from hell.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Carl just kind of like gets a weird little shiver, like, "Ugh."
Kanaka's like,
I
well,
remember.
Kanaka's like, well, I gotta say something,
You were there. So.
but you know, because everybody's parents that are supposed to be dead are still alive, so I kind of said something. She got. That's why she went to her room. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like we are excited for you, but Kanaka's big mouth.
No, but
I don't know. It's sort of normal. sized.
given evidence that I've seen, you never know. You never know.
Daddy-daughter bonding time.
I can't do
Girls
another
die.
incredibly awkward.
Really
And
awkward
then,
time.
and then Kanaka's like, Carl, get more food and Carl.
Bird, at least you wouldn't have to flirt with me this time.
God.
That's better.
This could be practice for your future with when your daughters get older.
Nah, I'm
Kanaka's like, Carl, get more food. Let's give it to Fane. Let's go. Come on.
dads aren't supposed to actually talk about things, right? I mean, it's supposed to be,
Dads have feelings too.
do they?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. That's
Personally.
I wouldn't know either. So.
I know mine didn't.
I guess Kanaka just gives Frode extra food and like force him up the stairs to Scarlet's room. Like, okay, knocks on the door and then runs away.
Yeah, Scarlet would open the door and she starts saying, she's like, Kanaka, I swear if
not-
that's you.
What did Kanaka give
Not
me?
Rex
Just some food
Just
that isn't
you.
toast.
for the sub.
What, Blue? Oh,
I got a sub from Haya and a sub from Year Did Not Rex and
That is
Seven.
not Rex.
And
You will
7.
pronounce it correctly.
Thank you for
I
the
don't
sub.
know.
Thank you.
I can't
Is
read.
that a Mass Effect reference?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Austin, isn't it?
Oh,
Mayhaps.
Mass Effect.
I think
Fuck,
that's his
man.
Twitch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, Austin.
Hi, Austin.
I appreciate the name.
Yeah,
That was a
Austin.
good name.
Good city.
Fred,
But yeah, Scarlet would open the door and be like, oh my god, Kanaka, I swear if that's you. And she goes, oh. And she looks at the food and she's like, I just ate some toast.
did we lose Frode?
I told him to check his DMs because I had DM'd him something.
Oh,
Is Dolphin here?
Sorry, what's up?
I think when Kanaka goes on his spiel about like parents kind of being the opposite of what you think their current situation is, he kind of stops spinning the rats and he kind of hobbles over to Talon and he's like, "Can you talk to Big Boy again?"
By big boy, you mean
Big boy Urlach Ball, we did this already.
Okay, names help.
Do you need me to show
I'll
the face
Can't
again?
right now, but you know, maybe sometime else.
Oh, okay.
We did, you know, I did. I am very tapped right now.
Oh! And then Krug just like pats him hard on the back. Did that help?
Ow. You could maybe go ask the other magic user in our group, but for me right now, I am very tired.
Which one is that?
You know, I don't really know.
Carl!
Carl's like, what? I'm right here. What?
Can you send a message to Big Boy Urlach Ball?
He's too far away for me to send him a message. Wait. Yeah, no, I didn't take that, so I can't. I'm sorry,
Is it
man.
even a sorcerer spell?
I think
Mm.
so. Mm-mm.
Krug's just
I
like,
don't think I've ever seen it. So.
Krug,
It
well,
is not a sorcerer spell.
write letter then. And then he goes to find a piece of
I
paper.
mean, I can do it tomorrow, but
Oh! Okay. Can you ask him if my parents are still alive?
not gonna remember it.
Hmm. This seems to be another future Krug problem. Okay.
There you go.
And then he goes to find some food and eats.
This DM must be really long. I like this.
Damn.
Okay.
I was letting them finish up.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Krug's just eating now.
Okay. Well, if if Scarlet answers the door, Faint has food. So what would Faint say? Faint would say, Kanaka was worried the toast would not be enough food, and also he threw up in a church.
Scarlett's like, oh, that was nice of him, but wait, he threw up?
Yeah, there was the priest. Remember the big gold lizard?
Yeah, Father
man?
Fortho.
Yes, he was a dragon.
Yes, he
not a
is.
lizard. He did magic on Kanaka to fix the rat problem, and apparently Kanaka did not react well.
Huh. Did it work?
If it was intended to make him throw up, then yes.
Ah, yes.
I think what's the plan? We're going back
Tomorrow at noon.
tomorrow at noon to try to actually deal with it. No, okay, so he would so Faint would exposition. He would explain that they ran into an issue with the sea hag curse, and he would be very clear that it was a sea hag curse. Because how could it be any other kind of hag? That would be ridiculous. And that there was some kind of conflict with the magic, and I don't know. Faint doesn't understand magic, so it's not like a thing he would be able to explain. And yeah, apparently that's going to be addressed tomorrow.
Okay, is there anything Scarlet could do to try and figure stuff out? I mean, she's a ranger now, but that's not her specialty. Her specialty is undead.
Correct. And you don't still have the book on the Feywild, right?
I do.
You might be able to look through it and make an investigation check. And since you read through it a lot, and you're with Frode and he explained it, I would give you advantage.
Okay. I will do that.
Just looking over your soldier, going, "Make sure you look for sea hag."
I'm looking for
hag,
sea hags.
Sea hag.
I'm
Not,
looking.
not night
With the-
hag.
with
Starts
the
an
S.
not a C.
yeah.
Yeah, no, not
It's
sea
spelled
hag,
N-I-G-H-T.
Oh,
Sea
God.
hag.
Super good. Roll 19.
Yeah, you would find an entry on Hags and Journal, and it does define like the 5 basic types, kind of like I did before, and it mentions that sea hags are typically agents of the Winter Court of the Feywild, and that's where they derive a lot of their power from. They are typically servants of the Winter Queen, although oftentimes they have their own agendas, as Fey are like to do.
Servants of Winter Queen. Okay. Do we know that it's a Winter Court guy who's like on the hunt for Kanaka? Did we learn that, everyone?
Kanaka
don't-
did. You did it. Because you never gave that.
Yeah.
He never gave that information. Okay.
Yeah, he said there was like some sort of vision of a guy. I think he told you all. Right? You told him that much, but you didn't
Yeah,
really give
yeah.
him much more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then,
Typical
Scarlet
Kanaka.
can't do those big things.
It's not the conversation Kanaka had in mind. Kanaka was pondering, what are they talking about? You probably should give Faye a pep talk about her, not about stupid stuff we're doing right now.
Kanaka's like eavesdropping.
Then he goes back up. I mean, that's exactly what it does. He gets a crystal vial or cup, and goes to the door.
Make a perception check.
Let's see. 7.
You can't really tell what they're saying through the door. They're not talking particularly loud, and it's a little muffled. Like the crystal glass helps, you can tell that they're talking, but you have no idea what about.
He goes downstairs. This sucks. Didn't work, Carl. My ears not working.
Probably did it wrong. And you call yourself part of the nerd herd. What do we call it? What did we call
Nerd
it?
herd. What is the nerd herd? What is
Nerd
Chuck?
squad.
What is the TV show Chuck? What the heck?
Such a
Nerd squad.
At the Buy More.
Yeah.
Buy more. General, this place
I
is all
think
wrong. No kid should want to work at the Buy More.
Scarlet will be like, so going back tomorrow? For what exactly?
I was not paying attention. I was thinking about something else.
Did Scarlet catch that slip up?
Probably. I don't think he's that.
He's trying to hide it. Scarlet's like,
I guess what's your passive insight?
my passive? Let me check. Passive, I think it's 14.
Make a
Yeah, it's 14.
Make a deception check. Faint.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm so good at that.
Oh yeah, no, you totally know. Definitely
Wow.
Okay, I think Scarlet just raises an eyebrow. She's like, someone?
No, that's ridiculous.
It's what you just said. Yeah, you just said someone and then tried to change it to something. But it was pretty obvious.
Why would I
Yeah.
do that? I wouldn't.
I don't know, you tell me.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Scarlet just narrows her eyes.
So Mallory is pretty cool, right? Like you
No.
like her? All right. You're a
You
fan.
were-
You like magic and smart people.
Magic and smart people are two things I like, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, Mallory is cool, but doesn't she hate us?
Yes, but that's okay.
Got that.
All of my best friendships have started with intense feelings of hatred.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
then
I'm
you're
not,
off.
I'm not friends with any of them anymore. But
Oh.
back, you know, in hell.
Right. Well, I was about to say, if so, you're off to a great start, but
Mm.
yeah, Mallory's cool. Yeah.
That's good.
She's cute. And she
Oh,
narrows her
is-
eyes and watches closely.
Is she? I hadn't noticed. That's not that surprising to me.
Insight check.
So, I mean, I would probably still have the 2. So I mean, it's like I don't know if you need to check again.
I rolled a 4, but plus 4, so 8.
Oh, well. You want me to roll again? I'll roll again. See if I can roll lower than a 2. There we fucking go.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
Oh my god.
She got a 4 because she's trying not to know what's happening here, and she got a 1 because he's that
Bro,
bad.
I've never seen a dad so transparent before. This is great. This is great.
I think this is pretty standard dad stuff. I don't know. I think I'm trying to think what I would even say in this situation.
I think Scarlet will be like, I got a question or two, actually.
Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, good.
Oh. Well, with Mom, do you know how she ended up in hell?
No. I have to be careful about this because I don't know how much Ag has defined outside of what I've defined. So if I say anything that's definitely not true, you're gonna have to catch me, Ag, and tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, sounds good.
But no.
I'll let you know if you cross line, but so far,
The story, I don't know, would... Yeah, I mean, he could explain it.
you have a fair amount of leeway here. There's, like, what I know, I don't think Faint knows, if that makes sense.
So there's a phenomenon in the first plane of hell, whose name is Avernus, right? It was escaping me, but then it wasn't. What are they
I think so.
called? Basically, it's like fallen souls, whereas
I think it
soul-
was Burning Souls, is what you
burning
told me.
souls, they will just fall out of the sky and land. It was after a battle. I'm basically dying after losing horribly, and she lands near me, and for some reason she helps me. Probably the first time anyone's ever done that, with no expectation of help in return. Living as a devil, everything is politics, everything is quid pro quo, it's deals and contracts and exchanges. So when someone just helps, it was not something I'd ever experienced before. So I guess I kind of started following her around the Nine Hells while she was there and keeping her safe, and then eventually we found out a way to leave, and then I think you kind of know the story from there.
Scarlet will just nod slowly and mentally tuck away the burning soul thing. And she'll be like, so you don't know how she became a burning soul?
The rumor, and I don't know much about it, and it was probably explained to me in school, but I didn't pay attention because school is for nerds.
Yep.
I think I remember it's something to do with the contracts in hell, or with those from hell. If a contract is broken and somehow punishment doesn't immediately fall on that soul, that they can be kind of sucked into the Nine Hells in that way. I don't know. But it might just be a rumor, or I'm misremembering. I'm not sure.
Okay. And she never mentioned a djinn that gave her a wish, did she?
No, she didn't talk about her life before, and I guess I didn't talk about my life before either. It was just kind of a unspoken thing that we don't talk about it, and what mattered was this life and the future and you, I guess.
Oh. Scarlet's not getting teary-eyed. What? She'll nod again and say, she's just like, yeah, because it was really weird. Because does Scarlet know anything about the banishment spell?
Make an Arcana check.
I think that's like a 14.
I guess what specifically?
That if you're about getting sent to your home plane, if she would know about that.
So you would, since it is a wizard spell that eventually you could learn, and that you have experienced being banished, I would say, yeah, you know about that line of the spell.
Okay, she was just like, because it's just weird and it's been on my mind because, you know, I was banished while we were in hell.
Oh,
And I was sent
there.
Yeah. And I was sent to the fire elemental plane. Which according to the spell, that would be my home plane. But to my knowledge, I wasn't born there.
I think I don't know if should I do an insight check or something? I don't know. I would think that Faint might put it together with stuff he'd observed from his wife, but I don't know. You want me to roll?
I would say you can at least put that much together.
I think you'd get kind of realization come over him, and he kind of go, ah. So the red hair was explains a lot. She never complained about the heat in Avernus.
So you think she was actually from there?
That would make sense, I suppose.
Scarlet's like, okay. Because I also I landed in the backyard of a djinn, and he said he gave Mom a wish. And then he gave me a wish. And I also have this ring, which says I'm a citizen, and I don't remember getting it.
Would she have had a ring, his wife, like that she wore? I don't know.
I'm thinking. I don't think she would have worn it.
Maybe she had one somewhere.
That is
Kept it in a
possible.
drawer or something.
Yeah, it's possible that she, like, if she had one, she probably hid it.
Okay, well then he might say it looks familiar, but edge of my memory, not sure. Interesting.
Scarlet just kind of frowns in thought. She'd be doing big things.
Guess that means you have dual citizenship.
Hey, I guess so.
Although
Do I have
you
citizenship in hell too?
Really, well,
Or that's not how it works.
it's probably more complicated than that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Things how I mean, you're so. It's about, am I still a devil in this form and on the material plane? So it's like, I mean, if you were conceived in a situation where, like, I'm not really a devil, I don't know about the logistics of how that works. And citizenship within the Nine Hells, I'm not sure it's translated like that. We could go ask somebody, but they'd probably lie.
I would say the best way to put it about quote unquote citizenship in the Nine Hells, you are either part of the machine or you are not.
Yeah.
Citizenship doesn't translate. Like, I would even go so far as to say there's no such word as citizenship as Infernal.
Yeah. Okay. So I should be clear. The dual citizenship thing was a joke. You don't want to be part of the system of the Nine Hells. You want no.
But I'm a citizen here in Brighthaven, and
well, maybe that's
Brass City. So
there you go.
yeah, this is kind of awkward.
Which part?
Everything.
Like life-wise, or
I mean, yeah,
God.
but like,
you have multiple dads and I'm the only one?
yeah,
that's still
yeah.
around?
The fact that I thought I didn't have a dad, and it turns out I have like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely boned your mom.
Okay.
Ah!
And
Okay. Oh.
Ah!
and then finger guns.
Scarlet just makes this huge grimace. Is like, okay, and starts pushing him out of the room. I think.
Well, look at the time. Time for bed. But see you.
Blue, I really hope that you do like a Vox animated thing, but for like this session, because there are several, like, so many like moments where you could make like a brief, cool animation like you've done before.
Oh my
So
god.
dark.
Oh
I think
my God.
Scarlet pushes him out the door, and she's like, "Yep, okay, thanks for the food. Good night, Fate."
Yep.
And she closes the door.
My daughter, Scarlet, Miss Scarlet. Bye.
And she'll just go and eat her food and think and probably get out her fire elemental plane book and try. Is there? No, she has a book on the hells too, doesn't she? Does she?
I thought.
Yeah, we do. She's gonna start looking for burning souls stuff.
Okay.
Because that's how she deals with all her feelings, is research.
I feel like that's fair.
So should I roll?
Sure. Hang on. I need to look back up the Burning Soul stuff.
Okay.
Feel free to make shit up too. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
actually, was that something that you made up?
It's something I found that I was reading, and then I kind of incorporated into his backstory a while ago. Do you want my source? I might be able to find it.
Sure. See, I think that's technically a homebrew thing, but I was like, that's fucking cool, I'll allow it. You sure it was Burning Soul and not Fallen Soul?
It could have been.
Or a Failed Soul? It's a Failed Soul.
I think it should also be, and that was kind of something I was trying to stress, is that Feint is not an intellectual. He's not stupid, but like, he's not good at knowing things. He's very not book smart. So like, he would mix up words and be wrong about stuff all the time. So there's a lot of leeway there for him to be almost right, but still fundamentally wrong. There was.
Sounds like life. Sounds like life.
Yeah.
Being somewhere right, but being fundamentally wrong all the time. Yep, that's life. Right there. Yep.
I might have to. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Let's go in. Because if you botch it, then I don't have to keep looking this up.
I did not botch it.
Oh no.
That's 24.
Ah, shit.
You don't have to tell me tonight if you want to
Yeah,
roll together.
I'll look up more, but yeah, basic precursor thing is essentially what Feint said was accurate. That there seem to be some souls that seem to enter the Nine Hells for more or less unexplained reasons that aren't like they don't. Most souls that arrive in the Nine Hells arrive as lemurs, and they have to like work their way up the caste system in order to become more competent infernal beings. But oh, interesting. Oh, this is from Dragon Magazine. Oh, this is like a whole codex from like previous edition lore stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it gives kind of a history of how things have changed throughout the editions, and then kind of a history timeline-wise too, which is kind of cool.
When they make new additions to like a lot of like the fundamental stuff change, or is it like basically the same? You're just adding on more stuff,
Do you mean mechanically or story-wise? Because
like story wise, probably both.
both
Probably
really
both.
they add and change pretty heavily.
Yeah. Like mechanics, 5th edition changed a lot of stuff, but it brought back some other stuff too.
If you were to try to go from 1st edition to really 3rd edition and beyond, it would be very difficult.
Yeah.
Mechanically, they're very different games. 3rd, 4th, and 5th are similar enough that you can kind of jump between them. Well, there's still some big differences.
So yeah, with that, with the 24, you get, in addition to what he said, you also know that devils sometimes they're also sometimes referred to as falling souls. Devils sometimes call them crater markers because when they do fall into Avernus, they create massive craters. But the people who are falling souls have the ability to get up and flee, and it's possible for them to return to their old lives. It is rumored that one of the possibilities for how this happens is if a contract that the soul made with a devil was faulty for whatever reason. And that's about all you get, even with the 24.
Okay.
Like, I like rereading this now and knowing what I know that Faint doesn't know. Even with a 24, that's as much as you'll get.
Damn.
Okay.
More than that is an even higher DC.
Damn.
Like, but by faulty, you mean like they broke the contract, or the contract was already not a good one to begin with?
Shrug. Or perhaps a loophole.
Ah, that's even better. I didn't think of that. I was like,
Any or all of the above could be possibilities.
faulty. I was like, yo, that is, words are hard. Words. When you use certain words, you're like, but does it mean this or does it mean this?
And when you have an entire evil civilization built around lawyering and contracts, there's bound to be a few that are faulty in some way or another.
Which makes sense. Not everybody is great at writing contracts.
True. Oh my god, true.
It's kind of Faint's character concept. Is a devil who's bad at being a devil.
All right.
Cool.
Anything else? If not, it is getting pretty late for Frode. I don't know if you need to go.
It's
This.
my birthday will be over in a couple of days, so I can't. I should probably not stay up late anymore. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Couple of minutes.
Mhm.
I say days. I guess I should
Yeah.
just how tired I am.
I think that settles it.
Oh,
Yep.
dear.
Sorry, we
One
go.
of them 3-day birthdays.
Hey,
One of those things, bro.
your poor mother.
Well, unless anyone wants to press Kanaka on what's happening tomorrow, I can say that you all get a long rest. We can start the next session in the morning.
Yeah.
I can open my spell slots back. Ah.
Krug's like, sure, yeah, uh-huh. Spell slots.
Craig has
Kirk has spells.
Oh yeah, he does. White
Yeah.
stuff.
My stuff's
And
back
the-
The
home.
only one who doesn't have spell slots is Faint.
Yeah. But I have key points and superior
And wings.
die.
And wings.
And-
Wings.
Wait, what is your maneuver? It doesn't say on your sheet.
Yeah, I know it doesn't, and it was. Fuck, what was it?
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out because it doesn't even say
Yeah.
in the feats section either.
Cause
Like I went into like edit your character to try and find if it was selected there somewhere, and there wasn't an option for it.
Are you looking in roll 20?
No, I was
No, on
looking in
D&D Beyond.
Alright, let me look again.
Because they straight up just used it as a damage die and was like, you know what? That's what fighters do.
Seems about right.
It's always just like you do this cool thing and add the D8 to damage. I'm like, fuck it.
Let me see if I can figure out how to. I think the problem is with it as a feat. It didn't give me the choice to select something. And then I gave up trying to figure it out.
That's
Thinking
a
I was gonna
problem.
Come back to it, and then I didn't do that.
Also, I agree with DJ. It is your birthday until your cake is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, my
Well,
God.
then it was
if you
it
have
was
a-
my
But if you have a kid, then it might be gone faster than normal.
no. I remember my 14th birthday. My mom bought me this like huge cookie cake. Then technically it was my birthday for like at least 3 weeks because it took me that long because I ate it by myself.
Nice.
Freaking huge. I was like, yo. It was like super sweet too, which it was great. It's just cookie on cookie and frosting in between.
Fuck yeah, man. It's great.
Battlemaster. Yeah, I can select superior technique, but then I can't pick a. Where can I write that? Is there like a note section?
Suspicious.
Wait, can we just like read this out loud right now?
Have a reading?
Yeah.
Who wants to read it?
No, we
We
can
all
do
read
it in
it in
character.
Yeah, it's just our
Uh,
character. Yeah.
I'll do the. Closest in age to
Yeah.
Frode that anyone has met.
No, yeah, but
Yeah.
that was like, but I was like,
Who's back?
Nick's
ba-
like, so how
what?
much do you weigh? I was like,
Terrible
bro,
timing.
bro.
Alright.
I
Okay,
know.
but,
Seriously.
Okay.
no, but-
Oh, I gotta give you your clue or your cue.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Krog.
Wait, we have to do it all over again for the stream,
Oh,
though.
we're gonna start. Oh,
Oh my
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry.
All right.
Everyone
Oh,
is standing
bro.
around the broken coffee maker.
Kill
You make
me.
her take two?
So, who broke it? I'm not mad. I just want to know.
Everyone, pause.
I did. I broke it.
No, you didn't. Krog.
Don't look at me, look at Talon!
I didn't break it.
That's weird. How did you even know it was broken?
Because it's sitting right in front of us and it's broken.
Suspicious.
No, it's not.
If it matters, most likely not, probably not. But Carl was the last one to use it.
Liar! I don't even drink that crap.
Oh, really? Were you tweeted by the coffee cart earlier, huh? Huh?
I used the wooden stairs to push back my cuticles. Everyone knows that, Kanaka.
Okay, let's not fight. I broke it. Let me pay for it, Faint.
No. Who broke it?
Everyone.
Faint. Craig's been awfully quiet.
Really? What do you mean? Krug don't break things! Break things is not something Krug would do!
Kanaka broke it. It's obviously him. Look at it.
Later, Fate being interviewed.
I broke it. I burned my hand, so I punched it. I predict 10 minutes from now they'll be at each other's throats with war paint on their faces and a pig head on a stick. Good. Let's get a little chummy around here.
Cut, good take. Take five.
Okay, so it's this like incorrect quotes thing my friend sent me, and so I just put our characters in and just got all these things.
Wait, so Battle Royale win?
Our characters so well.
I know.
No, that feels so good.
Oh, like this. Go for it. Go, hit it. Okay. Ski marker. Take 17. And action.
Okay, guys, time for Plan G.
Don't you mean Plan B?
No, we tried Plan B a long time ago. I had to skip over Plan C due to technical difficulties.
What about Plan D?
Plan D was that desperate disguise attempt half an hour ago.
What about Plan E?
I'm hoping not to use it. Kanaka dies in Plan E.
I like Plan E.
Alright, good take. Great take, guys. Great take.
Such a
Beautiful.
good
These are great.
stream.
We really are the Parks and Rec crew.
Scene 37, part 3, and action.
Sounds really good. We should do it. The squad right before Scarlett's wedding.
Well, I have to go. I have a wedding to attend.
Wait. Oh, Krug, I have a wedding to attend too.
Oh. I have a wedding to go to too.
Guys, I think we all have weddings to attend.
Different?
I think I have a wedding to officiate.
And see, good.
Alright, I should actually go to bed now.
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait,
I like how
but
they
there's
all
one
end with
more.
Last one for the day, guys.
There's 2 more after this. I'll
There's
just do
two.
them all. We can do them another time if we want, but they're so funny.
Yeah.
Those are really
Like-
great.
What the hell? Wait, but like actually battle royale
That was
win.
perfect.
My God, that's so
For it's
Is so fucking perfect. No, we're not reading that one because I want you guys to actually use that and game it. If you do, I'll give you bonuses.
Which one? The last one?
The middle
No, the
one.
center.
We need,
Middle
we need to
one. Oh,
distract
yes.
these guys.
Oh, that's so good.
Wait, it took me a while to think. I was like, what's the 5 and 6? Duh, they're arms. Fucking idiot.
Oh
I
god.
would just love to hear those 3 arguing about that specific thing. It would be
I think
amazing.
it would be fantastic.
Krug's point of view on the whole thing would be... Anyway, okay, I guess...
Alright.
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Thank you all for making me laugh. My face hurts in a